Alright guys, today is a big day. Today is July 13th, 2026, and it has officially been 1,000 days of maining Wriothesley. 1,000 freaking days. It's been almost 3 years and I'm still playing this game, still maining Wriothesley, and still min-maxing his build. And at this point, I think I can confidently say that it's not a phase. Wriothesley is not going anywhere, especially after receiving those buffs. He is a melt DPS, a freeze DPS, and now he will continue to thrive in Snezhnaya as my Stellar Conduct DPS. Sandrone who? Just kidding, Sandrone is great, but I will be skipping her because her gameplay is admittedly not up my alley. I already have a Stellar Conduct DPS, so I might as well just stick with what I like. So instead, we're going to take that next big step and finally pull for his C6. So anyway, we are currently at C3. I got C1 on his first banner, C3 on his second banner, and now I am gunning for C6 on his third. This has been a very gradual investment. With that being said, we are looking for 3 more copies of Wriothesley. Including Star Glitter, we have about 250-ish pulls, which is quite simply not enough. It's only a little over half of what we need to guarantee 3 copies of Wriothesley, but it is enough to hit pity 3 times, so we are going to test our luck. If my luck is abysmal, I will speedrun the flagship event and my moon exploration before the banner ends, but hopefully it's not that bad. Please don't be that bad. Anyway, we are currently at 5 pity. Albedo was early, so don't have your hopes too high. I know I've been saying it every time, but we've been too lucky lately. And if I know myself, my luck has to be running thin. And thankfully, losing on this banner isn't the worst thing in the world. If it's a loss, I'd like to get my C1 Yai, my C2 Mizuki, or even my first copy of Sino. I actually would not be mad at Sino. Just don't give me Chi-Chi. And for 4 stars, since everything on standard is available here, I do hope for Prune and Lisa. And if not those 2, I hope I'm blessed with as many 4 stars as possible so that I can get more Star Glitter and therefore more pulls for Wriothesley. Last time I pulled for Wriothesley, I did have pretty good luck in his office, so we're gonna do it again. This place has proven to work, so surely it'll work again. Hehe. Okay. I guess it's time to pull. I'm a little bit nervous. Oh my gosh. Okay, surely this goes well. I need to stop stalling and I need to start pulling. All right, Wriothesley, it's time to reach your full potential. First temple. 15 pity, 4 stars. All right, we'll go ahead and skip. Rosaria and an Eye of Perception. You know, it's a catalyst and it's a cryo character. Maybe that's a good sign. Also, once upon a time, Wriothesley was predicted to be a standard banner, physical cryo polearm user. So like, maybe, maybe that's a sign, right? 25 pity. Rain Slasher. Okay. 35. We got Tilma. Lanyan! And another Eye of Perception, what the hell? Well, Lanyan's a character that's not C6. I mean, I'm not mad, but maybe I would prefer the pull. Rain Slasher again? What is happening? Alright. This will be soft pity. 75. There very well could be a 5-star here. There was not. You know, I'll just click through it. Let's see what we got. It better not be a Rain Slasher. This is a whole lot of nothing. Wow, a Favonius Lance! honestly, that's better than the Rain Slasher. I can't even be mad. All right, we're gonna single pull. This would be 76. Oh, here it is. Wrong character. That's quite literally like the worst character you could get on this banner. Okay, whatever. Well, we're guaranteed. Here it is, 10 pity. Ilua. 60 pity. We are not getting any earlies. And we're getting tons of weapons. 70 pity. Okay, and this will be 80. Wow, guaranteed Wriothesley. So 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, okay. Wriothesley, 79 pity. Okay. So we've gotten one one out of 3 Wriothesleys. And it's been pretty expensive. So yeah, we're gonna have to get lucky, Wriothesley. We're gonna have to get real lucky. You know what to do. I trust you. 11 pity. Yehoda. Dahlia. 41. Yeah, we're not getting any earlies, guys. I mean, I deserve it. I deserve it. I've been anticipating this for a long time. Manyan again. Where are the prunes? Okay, we'll take 17. It'll be 2 more 10 pulls. 61. Weapon. 71. Oh! What the heck? I mean, that's a lot of 4 stars. I can't be mad at that. 72. 73. 74. 75. Soft pity. Okay. Please be Wriothesley. Yeah! Wait. Wait. There's just one more, right? We have 50 pulls, and we just need one more. Can we manifest an early 50-50 win? Can we? Maybe I shouldn't have converted all of them, but you know, I based on how things are going, I'm not expecting an early. I'm not. But I'll be really happy if we can at least get a win. 10 pity. It is time for the moment of truth. Ningguang. 30. We have 2 more chances. 40. Okay. Last 10 pull. 50. Okay. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. We also got no prunes and no Lisas. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, we got some more Primo Gems. Let's just hit pity one more time. So it'll be 60 pity. I honestly don't care if he's late. I don't care if he's late. I just hope it's a win. 70. Okay. Alright, do I do a 10 pull? Okay, but if for some ungodly reason they decide to give me a double 50-50 win, I will hate myself. So instead, we're going to single pull. 71. Nothing. 72. Nothing. 73. Nothing. It's a magic guide. 74. Here it is. We won? Yeah, I'm a little sad that I didn't lose to a character that I wanted, you know, because I would have loved losing to Mizuki or Yai or Sino. But unfortunately, we lost to the one character on the banner that I didn't want. But, you know, I think things played out relatively well. Slightly anticlimactic. No earlies, but we won. We won over half of them. We won 2 out of 3. It could have been exponentially worse. Wait, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. I have a C6 character. No freaking way. Guys, when I was a Genshin newbie, I used to joke about C6ing Wriothesley, knowing that I could never fathom pulling for a C6 in my life. I genuinely thought I would never do it. But after 3 years, I've finally done it. And past me's delusions are reality. I have a C6 character. I think I'm broken. I feel like this was the plan, but it wasn't the plan. We did it, Wriothesley. We freaking did it! Oh my gosh. I love him. Alright, as a C6 haver, I should know what my constellations do. So, I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read the constellations. Additionally, when Wriothesley is healed, if the amount of healing overflows, the following effects will occur depending on whether he is on the field. Okay, so if he is on field, he gets 20% attack speed. If he is off field, everyone else gets attack speed, which I'm trying to think about a scenario where you actually want your off-fielders to have more attack speed. Am I crazy? Does attack speed matter for off-field characters? Okay, but the first part's good. 20% attack speed for himself. All right, for Stellar Conduct stuff, Wriothesley takes 25% less damage and his attack speed is increased by 20%. All nearby party members' attack speed is increased by 10%. So in Stellar Conduct teams, he just permanently has the attack speed. There's it doesn't have to do with being healed. I think that's what I'm getting from that. All right, decent C4, just attack speed. C5 is Dark Gold Wolf Bite. Is that his skill? Okay, it's his burst. Yep, so that one's whatever. And then Constellation 6, you get 10% crit rate and 80% crit damage for your enhanced charge attacks. So free crit. W. When unleashed, it will also create an additional icicle that deals 100% of... Okay, so yeah. Basically, his charge attack now has 2 instances of damage instead of 1 on top of the free crit. It's pretty good. Okay, Radiance Stellar Conduct. It looks like we still get the 100 CV, but in addition, the 5th attack of Repelling Fist is enhanced by Chilling Penalty as well as Luster Vaulting Fist. Oh my god. Everything is too many names. So his 5th attack and his charge attack will do an additional instance of Stellar Conduct damage equal to 20% of the original damage. I wonder how good that is. I don't know. 20% of 2 attacks makes it sound worse than the original C6, which is 100% of 1 attack. But obviously Stellar Conduct damage could just be a lot stronger. We'll just have to see. I'm wondering if I should activate them. I mean, obviously I'm gonna activate them, but I just wonder if I should wait for stellar stuff? I don't know, let's go try. Let's go try. All right, let us begin. I'm gonna start by testing him at C3, which is the way he's been for the past year and a half. But now I have activated his new buffs. Most of his changes only apply to his new Stellar Conduct teams, but there was one change he got that benefits all of his playstyles in his C2. It's literally a multiplier buff. But yeah, it'll be my first time testing it and seeing these numbers as well, so I don't really know what to expect. I found an old screenshot from January 2026 where my Wriothesley's premium freeze team DPS was 119,000. And just for reference, my C0R1 Skirk does 131,000 in the same team, which is sad given the investment. A top 1% C3R1 Wriothesley performed worse than a top 10% C0R1 Skirk. So my only wish is for Wriothesley to surpass her. Okay, let's test the freeze team. I don't think my Escoffier is on her normal build. So this will be interesting to see. She might not have enough ER. I guess we'll find out. Okay, here we go. Second rotation. 226? That is juicy. Okay. So that was 140,000 on the freeze team, and that is C3 R1 Wriothesley, C0 Shenhe, C0 Farina, and C1 R1 Escoffier. I did get some advice on my Nicole video, and someone told me that Durin is apparently enough pyro to melt my charge attacks. So we can test that out. That'll be fun. We could do like this. Okay, so I guess we have to start with this. Did we melt? Oh, we did. 300k? Oh my gosh. 300k? 200. Are you freaking kidding me? 203,000? It appears that Melt Wriothesley is indeed a solid 200,000. This isn't even a melt build. Should I activate the constellation? Honestly, screw waiting for Stellar Conduct, right? Who cares about Stellar Conduct? Okay. I activated it. Freeze, freeze, freeze. So this particular constellation does not affect damage itself, but it makes you attack faster, which therefore might make you have more damage. So let's see how it changes things. Oh my god, I can feel the speed. What the hell? What the heck? Wait, he's so fast. He's so freaking fast. Yeah, no matter what I do, it's pretty much the same. So a little bit of a DPS increase for freeze, but not like a lot. But I mean, hey, that can make a difference. I'm a little nervous to try the melt team. I think the attack speed might have messed it up. It definitely did. There's low-key not even a point in testing it. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, we melted. We're faster now. We still melted. We melted. Okay, that is beautiful. Kinda works out. Okay. Oh. Something went wrong. So this team feels stronger, but the numbers aren't reflecting that. I think something is going wrong in the second rotation, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. But like in the first rotation, we do this. So yeah, the first rotation looks pretty good, but the second rotation is either missing melts and or buffs. It could just be a skill issue, but something is wrong. So technically it's a bit stronger considering everything goes right, but obviously not everything is going right. It is what it is. His next constellation, C5, it's going to be a burst constellation, so very quickly I'm going to test his burst damage. Let's just test raw damage. $32,000. Okay, 32,575. And now we activate his C5. Ta-da! Okay, here's the C5 burst damage. Wow, was that 38,000? 38,475. Totally worth it, guys. That is definitely the best constellation in the entire game. No doubt about it. Okay, let's see if it actually makes a difference with a full rotation. Yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same, but it did give us a bit of extra damage that pushed us past 150,000 DPS. All right, C5 really doesn't do anything for melt, so we're not going to test melt because I don't care. All right, here we go. C6. All right, what does this do? I couldn't even read it. 271, I think I saw. Wait, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. C6 Wriothesley, 186,000. Just about. I forgot C6 characters sometimes have special visual effects. Wait, that's kind of cool. I'm actually in shock. I know some of you probably aren't impressed, but let me remind you, he's an older character, and he was never particularly meta, even when he was brand new. So if you've been playing him for years, through thick and thin, this is huge. This is a big difference. Now, let me give you guys some good advice because I don't want to be misleading. If you learned anything from this video, it should be that DPS constellations are, generally, not worth it. Especially later DPS constellations like the ones we tested. I haven't been a great example this year because I got C2 Flints while being greedy for Ino constellations, and I intentionally pulled for C2 Varka because I perceived him to be weak, liked playing him, and wanted him to be better. But historically, I've always been the type of player who usually only pulls for support cons and Wriothesley, but we've already talked about that. So, for example, you can pull C2 Kniech and your Kniech will be a lot stronger, or you could pull C2 Duran and make your Kniech as well as multiple other characters a lot stronger. Investing in a DPS only benefits the DPS, but investing in your supports benefits everyone. I've been consistently clearing Dire for a while now, and let me tell you, the pillars that are supporting this account from the ground up are C2 Sitlali, C1 Escoffier, C2 Columbina, and C2 Duran. Additionally, as a rule of thumb, I'd say that strong constellations are usually in a character's C1, C2, and C6, okay? You pretty much never see people stop at C4. unless the original intention was to go beyond that. So while C6 can be very strong, you also have to get C3, C4, and C5 to get there. And at that point, it might just be more valuable to get a different character at C2. Something absolutely crazy to think about is that my Wriothesley's freeze team is 14 cost. 14 limited 5 stars in the same team. And over half of them are coming from the C6 R1 Wriothesley. 180,000 DPS. On the other hand, my Zabai team is 7 cost. 260,000 DPS. Keep in mind, we are comparing an unimpressive character from the Fontaine patches, aka 3 years ago, to the strongest DPS to come out of Nogcry. Zabai is an outlier and should never be your standard for what is considered good, because she is significantly above average. But it is crazy to think that a team with half as much investment does 70,000 more DPS. Part of that has to do with power creep experienced over the past 2 years, and part of it has to do with making the proper early investments instead of putting it all into one character. Anyway, C6 Melt is at 254,000 DPS, but there's something kind of wonky about it. Since C4, the first rotation is always better than my second. But with C6, even the charge attack damage has become very inconsistent. So I went back to my roots. Burn freaking melt. I have a feeling that part of the issue is that Wriothesley's C4 and C6 are overwhelming the Pyro aura, so introducing a Dendro character could solve our problems. I naturally assumed Shilonen would be the best here, but maybe that's not the case. And it isn't. Burn Melt with Emily is easily my best team. Just by playing the team, I could tell that it felt a lot more consistent. The extra attack from his C6 was always melting and matching the damage of the original attack. Across 2 rotations, Wriothesley did 10.3 million damage with Shilonen and 9.8 million damage with Emily. He did about 500,000 more damage with Shilonen, but that's not enough to outweigh Emily's personal damage. Emily does about 3 million damage in this team on her own, which means that we're getting almost 2.5 million more damage with Emily on the team. Emily just works so well here because the Nicole and C2 Durin team core buffs both Wriothesley and Emily, so it's a win-win situation. I also tried a Nahida variation, which is also good and better than the Shilonen team. Man, I love Dendro. Mild. So anyway, that went pretty well. I know some people might not be super impressed by C6 Wriothesley, and to be honest, I'm not either. But it actually makes me happier that I invested in him because I really like him and I want to play him. So if he really is that far behind, I would much rather invest in him who needs it as opposed to making an already meta character even more meta, even if it is the better investment. So honestly, I'm happy that I did what I did. I think it was worth it, and I'm super excited to brute force content with him instead of staring longingly at him sitting on the bench as I pull out my skirk. I'm aware that Stellar Conduct will be a very big upgrade for him, and I'm excited to try that out in future patches, but for now, I'm happy with the fact that we were able to improve upon his existing teams.